Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. Hi, how are you? I hope you're all doing well. So for today's video, as you can see from the thumbnail, it's gonna be a study vlog because my exams are right around the corner. That means next week, and I haven't started studying, and I literally have 1 week to finish studying every single subject. So yeah, I need to work fast, and I'm gonna start with maths first because I'm really bad in maths. So in this video you're gonna see me learning maths, and also I'm gonna be sharing some tips and advice on how to study well during your exams for every single subject during some time of this video. So if you want to see that, you can go to the description. I have given the time codes. You can just click on it and go to the tips. If you want to do that, you can totally do that. Oh yeah, I didn't introduce myself. Hi, I'm Nia, and this is my vlogging channel where I vlog about my own life and face normal teenage problems and share those experiences with you guys and how to deal with it. So yeah, I'm not gonna bore you with any more of the details. I'm not gonna make the intro too much long or anything. So yeah, let's get on with the studying. apparently I took a walk. I don't know why I took a walk. It's just that my mom needed me and I had to go to her shop, so I decided to add that into the vlog and take that as a walk, even though it's not really much of a walk because it was so busy on the road. I think it's because like 5 or 6 when I took the walk, like it was so busy and I couldn't vlog much than 9 seconds. I'm very sorry for the shortest clip. That's all I could take. It was so busy. I could not like move or like look into the camera for even 1 second. That's how busy it was. So yeah. Anyways, now for the tips, right? So which subject should we start with? If you wanted tips for Max, I'm not gonna give you any tips on Max because me myself is struggling with Max, so I don't really have any tips for that. But I will be giving tips on other subjects. So let's start with English because that's one of the easiest subjects. English, what you gotta do is just have to read your chapters. Read your text, because every single thing is coming from your text. Your notebook is not that useful. It's just putting the same thing that is in your chapters but a bit more longer, which you can do yourself if you just read the chapters like multiple times. That's what I do. I read and read and read, and I remember that story in my mind, so whenever a question is asked about that particular chapter, I'll be like, oh, where's that story? Oh my god, okay. Oh yeah, that on that page, I know this one, okay, and then I write it like that. So my tip is that you read the textbook, you know the story like in your mind. Yeah, you know what, you should just go to the mirror and then talk to yourself. Tell the story to yourself so that it is like imprinted on your mind. That's how you study English, okay? So that's my tip. And grammar, you just study grammar. There's no really any tip. You just study the grammar. Okay, anyways, the next subject, which is, I'll take social. Social, it's really nothing to study there. Social is more of like a memory test, like the literal memory test. Because everything is like, like geography of India, you know that. History, there's like tons of things that you have to remember. So the key point in social is that you have to memorize, okay? There's no escaping from that. What I did was, in my first periodic test, I did pretty bad, so I was like, wait, I remembered everything, why isn't it? And she was like, you need to put the exact same point because it's social. You can't study social, you have to like memorize it. But if you like studying social, go do that. Don't if you like studying social, do that. Don't think about my opinions, okay? It's just my personal opinion. You can follow if you want. But yeah, what I do is I just memorize each paragraph which have the important points. I memorize it completely, and then when I revise, I do that. I took the page and there was like page 62. Okay, what's in page 62? And then like again, I go to the mirror and speak to myself about what's in page 62, and then so on and on. Okay, that's how I study social, and I've scored well in my terms. Thank goodness. I was so scared I was gonna get bad marks for social because there was so many things to like memorize, like the French Revolution, geography of India, and so much stuff like that. So yeah, that's how I study social. Next is what is it? Computer. Okay, computer applications. You just study the whole text. There's nothing. Just study the whole text. That's it for computer. Max, I'm not gonna give you any more. What else? Okay, I have chosen Malayalam in my language. If you haven't chosen Hindi, I don't know how to do that. So for Malayalam, what I do is, thanks to our really nice teacher, she gives us all the notes, all the important points in the notebook itself, so that we don't have to go to the textbook and learn everything else. So I just study the complete notebook and I get really good marks because she gives us all the points that are on the text in the notebook. So I never really touch my textbook except to see who the author of that particular poem is. That's the only time I take a Malayalam textbook out. So I just study in the notebook and I get really good marks. The next subject, science, right. Let's start with physics because I scored good in physics. I personally kind of like physics because it's more of my style, so I really like studying physics, so I study it. I do problems. You have to do the problems by your hand. Yeah, you have to do the problems and there's no escaping from that. So what I do is I first study the equations or the formulas and then I do the problems, and then I study the theory part, which is like the Newton's laws, the statements. I study it the last because the theories are really little. Most of them said the problems, so do the problems first and then the theory. Okay, next we have biology. Another memorizing stuff. If you like biology, you can definitely study it, visualize it and learn it like that. But if you don't like biology, like me, personally not a biology fan here, so what I do is I normally memorize and like sorry, I normally take the diagram and then I feel like, oh, okay, this is mitochondria, this is that, this is this. That's how I study biology. Sorry, I'm kind of sick. Okay, and next is chemistry. Kind of scored kind of bad in chemistry, so what I did was I didn't really study much of chemistry because I thought it was pretty easy. Should have studied that, yeah. So for chemistry, again, I look through the notes and study the notes because that's the easiest way. Like Miss gives all the important things on the notes. So yeah, I study chemistry like that. What is it left? English, maths, I'm not gonna tell. Computer, science, physics, science, computer. Yeah, that's it, right? Like yeah, that's it for the tips, I guess. Oh, by the way, when you're writing the exam, you have to go check the time, because if you are taking too much time on MCQs, you know you're falling back on the long answer questions, especially for maths. Okay, this is one tip I can give you for maths. When doing maths, start from the last of the question paper. Okay, so if the last section is like section E, start from section E because these are the long questions, and the MCQs you can do at the last. Because the long questions take a lot of time, so because you need to write every single reason and formulas and everything. It's gonna take lots of time. I did that, but the thing is that I took so much time on MCQs as well because some were a bit tricky, so didn't really did much time management, so I didn't really have time to check through my paper, so I lost some marks on calculations because I couldn't check. That's the only reason I lost marks in maths, and I was so disappointed. I was like, and I had just finished. I literally draw a line, and then I tied the paper, and I was like, the bell rang. I was like, oh no, I didn't check. And I was like, I immediately checked the 5-mark questions. I was like, I can't lose 5 marks, and I was like, I checked that as fast as I could. So I got those right, but the rest were kind of wrong. So that's where all the mark gone. So yeah, those are my tips that as a student who has went from an average student to kind of an A1 student in a year. Because in 8th grade I was an average student. It was mostly B's and A2s. I was really disappointed. So this year I decided to do well and do well. I decided to do well, so now I have removed my position from the average student to kind of an A1 student because I'm still weak in maths, but I will learn it and I will get better during the annual examinations because that's something you need to work harder to. because the whole syllabus is going to come. So I say you start preparing from January itself. Like, take that as a 2025 resolution, okay? Take that as a resolution and start studying from January 1st itself. I mean, not first, it's New Year's. Like January beginning, first week you can start. It's because in February we are having our annual examinations. So yeah, that's it for my tips and advice. I hope you are a bit motivated. Please tell me you are, because exams are literally next week. I hope you guys start studying and not cramming it in one night, because we do have classes after exams. So we clearly not have a full day to learn. We only have like a few hours to learn subject. So I hope you guys are learning. And yeah, that's it, I guess. That's all my advice. That's all I know from my personal opinion. So yeah, if you want to follow this, go on. If you don't want to, don't do it. Yeah, just I don't know how to end this. Okay, yeah, that's it for the tips. So God, I really don't know what to say next. Okay, so many, it's still busy. Oh my God, can you guys hear that voice? It's so disturbing. Don't catch that. Okay. Okay, the auto is gone. So what was I saying again? Oh my God, I was coming to say something. Oh no, I was coming to say something. Oh yeah, vacation. In December, you're gonna get Christmas vacation. So at that time, make a timetable for January, for the month of January, to study for an annual examination, okay? Because annual examinations are really important. So make a timetable and prepare right after your periodic test, so you can do well in the annual examination. And I wish everybody who's taking an exam now and is going to take an exam all the very best, and that you guys are studying well and you guys will do very best in your exams and score good marks. So good luck to everybody out there. So I came to the rooftop to show you guys the sunset, but stupid me forgot that it was cloudy and rainy the whole day, so there's literally no sunset. Literally nothing, so very sorry about that. And sorry for the background, I'm in the rooftop. So anyways, that's the end of the vlog, and I hope you guys found this video like informative or enjoyable, because this took a lot of time to make, okay? Especially since it was my first video in a long time. I haven't vlogged in so long, so it took me a lot of time just to film the intro. So I hope you guys like it, and I'm really sorry about the camera quality and the mic sound quality and everything, because like I said, it's been almost 4 to 5 years since I last vlogged, and I am just restarting my channel again, and it's so difficult, and I'm really sorry. I apologize for the camera quality. I just don't have the right equipments with me right now, so I will definitely improve after this video, so don't worry about that. So yeah, if you have any suggestions on what I should do, or if there are some improvements that you want to see, please do comment it down below, because I really need help. Okay, I don't have much content ideas, so feel free to just help me out, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, just the normal YouTube things, like, subscribe and share. Since I'm restarting my channel, I don't really have much subscribers, so please support me. And yeah, I will be back with the next improved video, so stay tuned until then, and I'll see you later. Until then, bye bye.